So, welcome back to the world of Tapir. In the last session, they had arrived at the town of Lucretia, and they had... Corvus had gone to search for a woodcarver to commission a birdhouse to send back to Asfold. And in doing so, insulted the woodcarver. Then, later on, Levere bought a pipe from the same woodcarver, and Corvus and Sushi went to the forest with Udon to go collect some mushrooms and other alchemical supplies. While they were there, though, they noticed that Udon did not return at the rendezvous that they had planned, and when searching, there they found that there was a camp full of poachers. And after a very, very brutal and somewhat one-sided fight, they had taken out almost all of them, leaving only one survivor, a halfling who ran away at the first sign of trouble and is now holding a crossbow to Udon's head as Udon is bound and gagged in the cage. So, that is where we will start. Corvus and Sushi, you are in a tent. The halfling is trembling and absolutely frightened of y'all. You can see there are a number of cages. 5 cages of varying sizes in here, and most of them covered. The only one not covered is the one holding Udon. So, what do you do?
Honestly, I go and tell Sushi, let me handle this. Like, if anything goes wrong, you know what to do, you know? I just want to try to solve things diplomatically as much as possible. Alrighty then. Is that fine with you? Sushi?
Oh, I was muted. Does he still have his thing?
Does who still have what thing?
The gnome still have the crossbow.
The halfling does still have a crossbow. He is pointing it to... he's pointing it at Udon, while Udon is bound and gagged in a cage.
How do I get the crossbow away from him?
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Find out.
Yeah, honestly, out of character. Yeah, you could have to figure that out. I'm just gonna try diplomatics. Okay. Alright. I go in, I approach the half.
We have a plan, don't we?
Right now, I'm gonna try to calm him down a bit. Like, see if I can assess the situation with my perception, and then just see how it goes. All right. So right now, I just go to the halfling and tell him, all right.
You try to take a step. He's like, no, no one step further. Okay, stay right there, or else I'm going to shoot.
All right, I just go in and tell him, sir, I understand you're afraid right now. I mean, you were with a band of people close to you, people that were hunting down the innocent wildlife here. You probably thought it was fine and such, you know, being able to do something for like a profit like this. But I'm here to tell you that, unfortunately, that way of life should end. And hopefully, I don't.
No. If you tried it, I'm gonna kill. Please don't hurt me. I have a wife and a child.
Honestly,
I'm just trying to make a living. I never even wanted
Silver?
this. What?
Can I cast Eldritch Blast not on him, but on the crossbow to get rid of it?
You can try. It'll definitely be a higher DC. And you'll have to roll stealth first so that he doesn't, realize you're doing it.
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna dash in front of him so that he can't shoot Udon and just shoots me instead.
Okay. Well, he's standing right in front of the cage with his with the crossbow pointed at the cage. You'd have to run past him to get to in front of the crossbow.
So, are you going to attempt that, Sushi?
No. Okay, I'm just going to glare at him and say, "Put it down," and then wipe a little blood from my cheek, and use intimidation.
All right, roll intimidation.
Ah, fuck.
Let's see what that was.
That was an 8.
He's like,
Plus 5 is 8.
not unless I have some kind of guarantee.
Okay. Sushi?
Oh no,
Sushi?
you can have my guarantee. You can have my guarantee of 2 things. 1, if you set that crossbow down, you will get out of here with your wretched life. 2, if you fire that crossbow, you will not only die, but you will die the most painful death out of all of the people here, and your life will be preserved on the edge of death for hours. Do you understand?
So, you're going to let me go and
Yes.
let me go my separate ways?
Yes.
Wait.
I will
Sushi?
I will let you leave with your life if you just set that crossbow down right now.
And Sushi, may I add to this, by saying, you should be wary to dissuade people from attempting to, hunt wildlife in this
No.
parts again.
You're not
Frankly, I don't give a shit about that. I just want this little idiot to dissuade people from fucking with us.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll tell people not to mess with you. If you let me go with my life.
If you just set the crossbow down, I promise you nothing. I promise you on my honor as a samurai that I will let you leave with your wretched life.
All right. He starts to slowly back up, he slowly starts to, I guess it would be strafe at this point, strafe to the edge of the tent, still holding the crossbow at Udon. He's like, I'm going to, no, I'm going to leave, and I'll make sure nobody messes with you from this point forward. And he pulls out a dagger and tries to cut a hole in the tent. He jumps a bit as one of the cages next to him that's covered in cloth rattles a bit. He's like, okay, you can have it, and I'll be going my separate way.
wait.
As soon as he cuts as soon as he cuts a hole in the tent, he places the crossbow down on the ground and starts making a run for it outside.
Wait, and I tell him, as he's running, do you know who has the keys for these cages?
Does it matter?
Obviously, I don't want to leave these creatures to die.
I just walk forward with my sword in my hand. This is the best lockpick I've ever had.
Okay, so you're gonna try and cut the. He ignores you, Corvus, as he's just running deep into the forest. So
You have a rogue.
the
The fuck? What?
You have a rogue.
not with
Shut up.
them. No, it's just weird birds that's going.
Some weird
Yeah, some
noise
weird
coming from those birds.
Yeah, no, sometimes they sound like they say things. So you're gonna try and pry open the lock with your katana?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like bash off the lock with the katana.
Alright, roll an attack on the lock.
If you roll a critical fail, I am going to laugh so hard.
Fuck you!
That's a critical fail!
Fuck you!
Biddy, I will give you a moment to laugh.
Oh, the katana's gonna break, I know.
No. You swing it and go like, boom! And you feel the vibration of your katana hitting the metal of the lock, rings up through the hilt, through your arms, and it hurts. It's like hitting a metal pole with a baseball bat is how it feels, without gloves.
I used to do that a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna take...
Ooh.
Jesus Christ, that's almost max damage. You're gonna take 7 points of damage from that. As your hands are ringing and you drop your weapon. It's still intact, but your hands are very sore from that.
I like to go ahead.
Yes,
I'd like to go ahead and first try to heal him using like my channel divinity, preserve life right now.
Heal who?
Sushi here for a good 20 HP.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if she's even lost that much.
Oh no, I have last session.
Oh yeah, you did take a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, no, I was at 12 hit points. Now I'm at 32.
Yeah, but I can't restore more than half of your max HP with this action.
What's? Then you barely heal me.
Okay.
No, actually, what is half of 37?
That would
That
be
would
rounded up. That would be 19.
19.
So I'm up to 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so you healed me 7 points.
Exactly what I needed to do. I
You-
healed you from your damage.
You healed Sushi for the critical fail.
Yes, I did. And then I just go to Sushi and say, allow me to make my attempt with this doors, an attempt to break open the cages and set loose the trapped animals behind these cages.
It's only one of the cages is uncovered, and it's the one with Udon.
Okay, and it's still locked, right?
Yes.
Alright, well, I'll go ahead and lockpick.
You have lockpicks?
No, wait, no. Then, you know what, maybe try... Okay,
You're not a rogue anymore.
I know I'm not a rogue.
You can still try to pick the lock. It's just gonna be a lot more difficult because you don't have the tools or proficiency to do so.
I think I want to try to break open the lock with my scythe.
Okay. Roll to attack the lock.
Okay, let me just go ahead to my weapons. Where is it? Actions. Okay. Oh, god dang it. That's a 6.
You try to get you shove the hilt of the end of your scythe into the latch of the lock to try and pry it open, but to no avail. When you try to pull your scythe back out, it seems to have gotten stuck in the latch of the lock, like the loopy part.
Alright then. Alright, I can figure this out. Should be easy even if my weapon's stuck, so... Let's try and go with.
You know what? I'm gonna try to I'm just gonna try to rip the lock off. Give me a strength roll.
Okay. Roll strength.
Alright.
18.
It is stuck on there really good, and you have some hard time getting a good grip on it with Sushi's
Why
side
are we
stuck in it.
rolling so low?
Maybe get the rogue.
No.
You want to go back? You want us to go back in town to get you? You realize that's hours away, right?
We're not
We
abandoning
would be
Udon.
leaving Udon in a cage for hours.
Is it
Yeah.
hours out?
It is.
Yes. Yes.
It's at least like let's see. They traveled for about they traveled for about 2 hours, and then they spent an hour south. They moved an hour south, and then 2 hours north. So they'd be about what would be an hour 1 by 3. What's the hypotenuse of 1 by 3?
Goddamn news.
Yeah, let me grab
Anyway.
my hypotenuse calculator.
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse sounds
Yeah,
like
it would take about 3 hours and 15
Be sure
minutes
to
or
find
so to get back to town. Oh, no, wait, hold on. My mistake. 2.5 hours. No, 2
Anyway.
hours, 15 minutes.
Fuck this.
I like
fine.
to. I like to at least first attempt to unjam my menagerie from the lock.
Alright. Roll strength.
Alrighty then. Okay, this is gonna be something. 16.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of effort, but you finally just pull it out.
These bird claws these talents are definitely not meant for trying to do that stuff often.
Alright, I'm going to go up to the lock and I'm going to point at it. And I'm going to try to use Eldritch Blast at point blank range.
Alright. Roll to attack the lock.
16 to hit.
Yeah, it's a lock, and you're point blank. Roll damage.
It's a ranged
3.
attack at less than 5 feet. You have to roll at disadvantage.
Shut up.
Yeah,
3.
I'll allow this. 3. You go point blank. Udon's like, as you just Eldritch blast it, and it looks pretty singed and pretty damaged, but still latched on.
Strength again.
All right. As you are just
Oh,
going
wait,
absolutely.
wait, can I
or
help?
anything?
Wait a minute. Can I help her? Can I help her this time?
Yeah.
Use the help action.
What are you doing to help her?
Honestly, right now, let's first do the brute force method, in which I try to kick at it to see if I can dent part of the holster.
All right, that gives Sushi advantage then.
Mm-hmm. You can do it, Sushi.
God.
It is so
Ow.
sturdy. This lock is providing more difficulty than the
That was
poachers.
a 9 because the second roll was the advantage.
I know. You rolled a 9 and an 8 with advantage.
This is sad.
No, you know
This
what?
is surprisingly common in D&D sessions, let's be honest.
Okay,
Locks
it is
and
kind of
rivers
sad.
are the bane of players.
You know what?
Corvus-
I'm gonna be just really angry at this. No, I
We're gonna be you know what? I'm gonna try once more again with this scythe. I'm gonna try to cut the life out of this thing.
Okay, roll attack.
This.
Come on, let's see that one again.
I got an 11.
It just clangs off of the lock.
Okay. Okay. Strategic question. Can I cast Hexblade's Curse on the lock?
No, the lock is not a person. You cannot
I
hex.
flash up it with the sword again.
Okay, roll to attack.
We are
It has
going
to work
to.
eventually.
We are going
Statistically
to save
speaking,
you.
you're right.
We are not going to leave you alone.
It just clangs off with an 8.
No, it's not quick.
This lock.
Okay.
This lock is still standing.
I'm gonna try to gnaw it off.
With your teeth?
Mouse,
Yes.
mouse. Yes,
'Kay.
yes. Follow your instincts. You know them to be true.
22 to hit.
Yes.
So
Yes!
you discard your katana. How do you want to do this?
You just gnaw it.
Okay, you cast aside your katana, rage filling your eyes as you just start ripping into the lock with your teeth.
With minimal damage.
It's basically the Doom soundtrack is playing "Rip and Tear, Rip and Tear, Rip and Tear."
Yeah. Pretty much. So you gnaw onto the latch, you gnaw onto the metal part of the cage, you gnaw on the pieces of the lock, and eventually you just start to gnaw on the hinges, and just the way you finally deal with it is you just rip off the hinges itself, and you have finally opened the cage.
I like to immediately use this opportunity to basically embrace Udon and just be like, "Oh my god, I'm so
Udon
sorry that
is
you were
gagged and bound. He's like,
Oh, no, don't worry. Let me just get this off of you. I used my beak to basically take off the thing, wrap it around his mouth, and also try to
You kiss
cut
him.
through- No, no.
Your beak is your mouth, and you put it
You
close to
just
his
said
mouth.
you're thinking.
yeah.
I am not trying
kissed
to
him.
send this signal. No.
You kissed him. You've kissed the man. The man has been kissed.
Oh, God.
Okay. I think one of those guys probably had the keys. But yeah, that
Don't
works
care.
too.
I'm
Okay.
gonna scoop up the katana and walk outside.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Udon. Could you tell me a bit about what happened when you got captured?
I was looking for some mushrooms, and suddenly the wire wrapped around my leg, and he extends his leg. You can see there's a laceration on the thin part of his leg, and they came and they were talking about how soft because my fur is really soft. I use some shampoos from the homeland, but they were talking about how soft it was, and they were gonna they wanted to skin me and sell my fur.
Way ahead of.
Right now, you're fine. I'm glad we immediately came to your rescue. I might not know you personally as much as Sushi, and thus Sushi thankfully was the one who managed to get you out of being incarcerated and such.
Yeah.
At least, if you're hurt, just let me know. I can go ahead and try to heal you up to be halfway decent,
Yeah, my leg's a bit bummed up right now.
I'll go ahead and cast my Channel Divinity.
Okay. You probably have, cure wounds, don't you? Or are you out of spell slots already?
No. The thing is, I'm trying to use, Channel Divinity. Then I'll go ahead and do that if I want to bring someone back to mostly full.
I mean, Channel Divinity, statistically speaking, would heal more than cure wounds.
Yeah. If
Okay.
they're way down. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. You gently press your hand onto his leg. He winces a bit, but seems to relax once the wound from the wire from the trap has closed. All right.
Hey,
Thanks for that.
no problem, no problem. I'm just gonna go over to the corpses right now, okay? Like before we like depart from like this place because I want to take note that the fact that you said the keys was with one of the jailers, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try to
Yeah.
find it. So I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna go ahead and investigate the corpses right now to see what
Speaking of
belongings they have.
outside,
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to skin the cat.
Okay, roll survival.
Katana. Okay. With katana.
Oh
Skin
my
with
god!
katana.
Really?
It's gonna
really
be
just
harder with
after
the
this-
katana.
10.
Okay. So Sushi, or not Sushi, Corvus, as you go outside to check some corpses, you notice that Sushi is in the process of mutilating the tabaxi. It'll take an hour before you realize that you're not going to be able to get anything useful out of it, and at this point, the entire corpse is just unrecognizable as anything, even humanoid.
Can I keep the tail?
Yeah, I'll let you keep the tail.
One tabaxi tail added to it.
I'm just gonna.
And also,
go
you're
ahead
covered
and-
in blood.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
I mean,
go-
I did use the katana, so...
I know.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
I approach Sushi and basically go, Sushi, I can't.
So, I mean,
believe
I
you
would still have
did this."
some blood, but not
Oh,
as much as otherwise.
Sushi would be in the middle of skinning the corpse when you walk out. Or at least trying to skin the corpse.
Sushi, like, what are you doing? We already did what we did to these people. They already paid the ultimate price and have now been departed and such. Let's
I
not
mean,
tarnish their corpses.
Aren't you the one who thinks? Aren't you the one of the those people who thinks that it's like cool to be dead and shit? So like, yeah.
No, I'm saying it's to respect life and such. Like, death is part of life as much as life, but you don't just go and tarnish like someone's like a corpse like this. It's just barbaric, really. Not to call you anything. I just got really steamed when I heard what those men were going to do with Udon and what they were doing with any other creature they came across. Like, really. And I was just gonna go over to their corpses right now to see if they had any belongings on them. And if they had any funds, I would at least be able to at least send them off properly. Do you mind that?
I'm sorry. What did you say about funds?
I'm trying to see if they have coin, because I'm gonna try to send them off properly. At least to the Raven Queen, you know?
Why not just bury them? You're a priest.
Well, yes, that is true, but look, just trust me on this. They'll be very beneficial to all the souls involved, to whether or not they go to their proper place in the many realms, you know?
You can do what you want. Your
I just. Alright, man. I'm gonna go over to examine the backseat to see if she had any coin on her.
Yeah, there's a couple copper pieces and a silver piece.
They're just kind of like floating in a viscera.
You do find the keys, though.
So she was the one who had it. I hang on to the keys, and then I put the silver coin from her, and I'm gonna open up her eyelid.
She
and
doesn't
put the
have
silver
eyes,
coin-
remember? She was the one that got her head exploded,
Oh,
wasn't she?
I'm just.
I know
Uh,
two of them got decapitated, one of them got their head exploded, and one of them got their throat ripped out.
I think it was the half orc that got their throat ripped out.
Yes.
Yeah, no, because that was one of the first ones I did.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
was a
I think
full.
it was the Tabaxi whose head exploded.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess I'll
and the
just go
two
ahead
humans are the ones that got decapitated.
Hmm. I guess I'll just go ahead and put it in the stump of like her neck. Then
Okay.
I have a proposal.
what is it?
Why don't we create a monument here dedicated to their death? Why don't you say all your words of blessing, provide them a pathway to the next world, and then we leave a marker here as a warning for the rest?
I mean that would be fine in order to get both
All
our
right.
priorities straight.
Now we just need to go into the town and get a gravestone.
Hmm. Yeah, but I want to first take a look at what's inside of the cages. I'm not gonna open it yet. I just want to look what's inside of the cages right now.
Good idea. There are other humanoids in there. Probably get a reward.
A reward for like saving their lives.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I was not really looking for a reward. Just basically just trying to like help people out here. But let's go. I'll go ahead and check out like the cages. Go back inside where either Ulan is still there, or if not, they're outside. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go ahead.
Udon is just waiting outside the tent. Inside the tent, there are 4 cages, not counting the one that Udon was in. Each one is covered in a cloth. 2 of them, no, yes, 2 of them are about 5 by 5, and the other 2 are about 3 by 3 cubes.
Alrighty then. I'll first look at the first 5x5.
All right. You open it up, and as soon as you do, something starts like to lunge at the cage. It is it is covered in some sort of chitin and has multiple legs. It's a some kind of bug monster with pincers and massive teeth and claws. It's like, if you had to describe it, it would be like the cross between an insect and a reptile. It just snarls at you as it lunges.
Ooh, you surprised me a bit, but don't worry. We'll get you sorted. We'll find like a place for you to like be free. Like it's just not immediately because we don't know how to take care of you and we don't want to maim you or kill you. Okay? So just stay there for a bit. We'll try to figure out like where you'll be going. I'll go over to the next 5x5.
All right, you pull this one now, and this one looks like it's definitely reptilian, but long and slender, with a fin running down its back, and it just looks at you, coiled up. It looks to be like a cross between an alligator and like a ferret, and it's in a pile, coiled up in a pile. It looks at you and then closes rests its head back down, not paying much mind to you.
Does it look humanoid or does it look more feral?
They both look feral.
Alright. At least the ferret gator is more calmer. Okay. I'll go over by the 3x3.
Okay. Pulling this one off, you see, looking at you, it looks like some sort of puppy. Although it has the proportions of a puppy, but it's larger than a puppy. It's about the size of like an adult beagle. But it seems to be a puppy of some kind, a wolf puppy.
Oh.
It just looks at you, tilts its head, and just goes,
Aw. Well, look, little pup. I'll make sure you try to get back with the rest of your pack, and if we can't find it, I'll try to stay with you until like we find like a suitable place. Okay? If you're willing to bear with me. Okay?
"Oh,
I'll go over to the last box.
all right." Pulling this one is in the shoved in the corner a bit. It's a bit dark in this corner as the light doesn't reach it this far. Peering into it, it seems to be a kitten, about the size of that dog, but it's a kitten. It seems to be lazily just trying to play, or well, trying to grab at a thread from under the cage. And looking closer, it's a bit odd, and you finally realize why. It's got 6 paws. It's got an extra set of 4 paws, and also it has some weird tendrils coming out of its back. Its fur is as dark as the night. It's sort of hard to see in this corner. It doesn't seem to have noticed you.
I see. Okay.
Wonderful.
Well, I feel like if there's any creature I feel like might be safe to like let go first, it's definitely not the first option. It's probably between these three. I'm not so sure about like the last option for like being like the first one to let go. Maybe the wolf pup will be the calmest, but I want to see what happens if the alligator ferret goes free first. I want to see how long he'll stay in the cage. So
Alright?
I'll open the cage for like the ferret gator first. See what their reaction is.
Alright. As you do, it looks a bit confused and starts to walk out cautiously, and you start to realize just how long this thing was. It was difficult to tell because it was coiled up, but from the head to the tip of its tail, it's about like 8 feet from its nose to the tip of its tail. Its scales are very strong looking. It gives a slight snarl as it passes you and bolts out of the tent once it's confident it's free from the cage.
Alright, that's good. Next up, wolf pup.
Alright. You open the wolf pup, and it immediately bolts out of the cage. It falls flat on its face as it tries to get as it trips exiting the cage. But once it gets back up, it bolts out and makes a beeline into the forest.
Well, it looks like the pup knows what it's doing. Hopefully friends its pack. Next up, kitty cat.
All right. You open the cage. You open the cat's cage, and as soon as you do, the cat that you were looking at disappears as its form shimmers much closer to the cage's entrance, and it makes a quick exit. It's hard to see. It seems to shift in place. It's hard to really keep track of it. It's where it is isn't actually where it is, if that makes sense.
Okay. And I guess no one really wanted to be here. Hopefully,
Hey, why are you letting those things go?
well, that's what I wanted to do. Basically, let them be free. Hopefully, this is, their territory and such.
They might have been better if we had, sold them as pets. They would have had a much better life.
Honestly, right now, it's like, you didn't really go and like tell me about this, but also I just really wanted them to get back to like what they were doing before these poachers came and tried to get them.
I told you not to let them out.
Really?
You said you were going to look at them. I'm saying all of this from a pile of guts as I continue to try to skin the cat.
If you want to roll survival or nature to see if you can identify what these things are as they run by.
You mean me?
It would be sushi. Or you could also roll. You could also roll
Disadvantage
survival.
was 12.
Yeah, it was disadvantage for the smaller ones.
Do you need me to continue?
Yeah. It's 2 rolls with disadvantage, 1 roll that's straight normal.
Okay, 12, 9, and...
Alright, yeah, you have no idea what the cat and the dog are.
19.
Oh, but the 19. You know exactly what that thing is. You know exactly what that thing was. The long reptilian thing. That is something that you've actually encountered on your homeland before. It is called an ambush drake. It is a type of draconic being that's not exactly smart, but it is clever at attacking in great numbers.
I'm just glad that it's not a rust monster that she let go.
Do I also roll with disadvantage?
No, because you got to see them up close.
I got a non-natural 20.
Okay. Yeah. The one that you are looking at, the big bug one, that is called a kruthic.
Mm-hmm.
It is it is very, very dangerous. It's an insect that typically populates some of the underground areas.
Can Corvus roll to see what the dog was? I want to know.
Okay, I'll roll for the...
Wait,
what about for the other creatures?
Oh.
Do I have to roll?
Yeah, you can roll for the dog. The big insect thing is called a kruthic. I'll post a picture real quick.
It's spooky.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
The dog, you have actually seen some of them, some beings like that in the forests near Esfold. That was a puppy direwolf. It was a dire pup.
Oh my god!
Why'd you let that go? It was so cute.
I just wanted to seriously. It would be selfish of me to try to keep it for myself, I'm gonna let it go and have it be back with its family.
Well, we're gonna. Sorry, my sister's gonna have to reset the router real quick. We're having some problems, so we'll take a quick break, and I'll play the technical difficulty stuff, but we'll return in a bit. So where were we? Oh yes, the things that you have freed were a displacer beast kitten, an ambush drake, a kruthic, and a direwolf.
I don't
No,
think
I haven't let go.
the Kruthic's not been let out yet.
Oh,
No,
right.
the
The
kruthic is
kruthic has
not
not
gone.
been. Yeah, the kruthic has not been let out.
Don't let that out.
No,
Not because we want to keep that one, but because that one is a danger to society already.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
I did not let it go because of that reasons. I was just okay, I'm just gonna wait and see the proper authorities to see whether or not they can release it in a super control and super contained fashion, because that's just what Corvus's mindset was, not letting go
Yes.
of the dangerous animal. But the ambush drake was very calm, very respectable. might have admire like its personality and such.
Yes.
And then the other two were just like, huh, interesting, and oh my god, adorable puppy.
Yes. But yeah, as I was saying about the Kruthic, it typically lives in underground areas, and the reason being is because it is infernal in nature.
Hmm.
It burrows into it burrows into places like the Underdark from the Nine Hells.
Well, Levere, if that's the case, then I'm just as guilty as Moxie would be in this situation. God dang it.
I'm back.
Oh.
Convenient timing. So, I'm just gonna go with like udon and like sushi and be like, alrighty then, let's head on back over to like to the town. Make sure you're back with like with the rest of the attendants and basically prepare the gravestone for this site.
Yeah.
This,
All right.
This was a bloody battle that I did not want to engage in, but they left us with no choice.
Yeah. Nah, I've seen my fair share of battles. Well, I mean, I've seen them, not fight them, but...
Yes?
Corvus,
Yes?
I need your help.
Uh-huh.
I need to dig a hole.
Hmm. I
I'm
could
gonna
try to
use my burrow speed.
Chalkfeet, can you speak up?
I'm gonna use my burrow. A large mass grave.
All right, and what's your burrow speed?
It's. I think it's 15. Let me just make sure. Not on that page. It's, where's the movement? In features and traits?
Maybe. Let me try to see.
Yes. 10 feet. It's 10 feet.
All right. The ground here is soft. It's very fertile, being a lush forest. A lush forest so thick you can't even see the sun. So you managed to dig a hole that's about 5 feet in diameter and 10 feet deep very quickly.
Udon, can you find me some rocks?
Yeah. I think I can find some.
Okay. I'm gonna start dragging the bodies over to the hole, but not the heads.
Hold up. Before you do that, I also want to like help dig with like my scythe because scythes are actually kind of decent when it comes to stuff like this, right?
Not really good for
Well,
digging and for cutting grass.
The hole was dug in a matter of 6 seconds.
I would say more like 12 seconds because I want it to be a bigger hole.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a mass grave. I want all of them in one place.
So like a 10 by 10 by 10 hole.
Yeah, that sounds about good.
Okay, yeah, that would take. Let's see, what is 6 times? That'd take about half a minute to do.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to move all of the bodies into the hole, but not the heads. And if they have heads, cut the heads off.
God.
I think only 2 of them would have heads right now.
So yeah, I'm going to cut those off. Do I
Alright.
need to roll? Because that's what katanas are made for.
No, you know how to remove a head.
Yeah. So I'm going to just take the heads off. I'm going to
go ahead and roll attack just to see how well you cut them off.
Okay.
You don't want to like cut it halfway through the jaw.
13.
Ooh, I'll say that you get
6.
like a bit too much. It was a 13 and a 6.
Yeah, 6 on the second one.
Okay,
Yeah.
with the 13th, I'll say that's the orc. You cut a bit. You do cut it, but you leave like it's a really gruesome cut. It's not as smooth, and most of that is because its throat was already ripped out. For the 6, you actually cut right through the jaw. Like you decapitate it through like where the jaw is.
I'm going to just rip the jaw off of the body.
All right, roll
Can I do
strength.
that? Yeah.
And I believe that is the elf that
17.
All right, the half elf that I believe it was Corvus that killed the half elf.
Cool. Yeah, so I got a 17. I assume I do it?
Yeah. You could just rip
Okay.
that off. It's got a bit of tongue on it as well.
I'm going to push all of the bodies into the hole, leaving the heads next to it, and then I'm going to start filling up the grave once more with dirt to cover the bodies.
All right. It takes a bit longer to fill the hole than it did to dig it, somehow.
Oh, wait, first I actually should check, are there any valuables nearby?
They do have bags in the. They do have bags in the tent. That it's what the orc tripped over right before you ripped his throat out.
Alright, I'm going to check the bags just to see what's inside them first.
You find some decent furs. You find a few copper wires. You find some tools.
I hand the copper wire to Corvus and tell Corvus to make little idols, and I'm going to lay the furs on their bodies first.
Okay.
One fur per body.
Yeah, you can do that. There's enough furs there.
Okay, and after that, can Corvus make little like figurines out of the wire? Or?
I don't know. Corvus, can you make figurines out of a wire?
I could try.
All right. Go ahead and roll. Do you have like artisans tool? Do you have any kind of artisans tools?
Let me see from like my background to see if it. Wait.
It would show up in tools and proficiencies.
I
Yeah.
have calligraphy supplies, but
That's not gonna help. Okay. Go ahead and just roll a dexterity check to see how well you can make some effigies out of copper wire.
dexterity. No,
Ooh.
I got a 6. It was gonna be a 19.
You think you did pretty well. These are probably the best effigies you've ever made. Sushi, you look over and you think that Corvus is done, or maybe Corvus just ended up getting tangled. You're not really sure, but
Are they meant
Whether
to be
you-
birds? They're meant to be birds, right? Birds. Whatever. I'm just going to toss one on each body.
all right.
I like to also like try to see like I like to go to like
You
to the other
found
bodies.
gold, right?
No, I only did it for like the tabaxi. I haven't done it for the other bodies.
I want you to put a gold coin on each of their eyes. If you can search the bodies if you feel like that's the best idea.
I want to do this.
Wait, actually, you can't do that. Never mind. Wait
Yeah.
until later.
Yeah, the bodies
Just
are
search
already
their
in the
bodies,
hole.
grab some gold.
Okay, I'll pick up like the silver from like the tabaxi and like wait no, I'll keep the silver in the tabaxi. Okay.
You and your
Okay,
2
Bob.
silver. Oh wait, no, it was 1 silver and 2 copper.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna now. I'm going to start filling up the hole.
All right. And you said you're not putting the heads in the holes?
Not putting the heads in the hole.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to pack it into like a little mound kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So it's about like all of the dirt that I displace is back where it was, but it's packed into now a mound instead of a flat surface.
Yeah.
And then
all in
I'm-
all, it takes about like half an hour. Udon does come back like 5 minutes after he left with a few rocks. He says, "All right, these are the best that I could find. There's a couple more just on the outskirts, about 2 minutes away."
All right, I'm going to build a small cairn, which is a small rock pile.
All right.
And I'm going to, within the cairn, place each of the heads.
Ew.
They'll rot into skulls eventually.
Yeah, I know. This isn't our first rodeo.
So I'm going to, and then on the skulls, do we have enough gold or copper to place 2 of one type of coin on each of the eyes? Like 1 coin on each eye.
Well, that's up to you. Like, have you been keeping track of your gold?
Let's see.
Wait. We only.
I have
figured
11
out-
gold.
I mean, that would be enough. There's 4 heads.
Yeah, because we lost a head.
Like
Yeah.
you'll save 3 gold that way. I mean, you'll have 3 gold left that way.
Yeah, I can't exactly break it into silver here, so I guess I'll just do it with gold.
Well, are
Yeah,
you
I'm
sure?
going to-
Are you wait? Are you sure, Sushi? Like, I can just examine the other bodies just to be sure.
Well, I
that
asked you to, but you didn't.
I am going to. I'm going to.
Well, now I filled the hole in.
One thing I just remembered. It was the ones that you decapitated were the human that was the leader and the half elf. Those are the ones that you had decapitated in battle.
Okay.
It was the second human that was the
Okay.
one that Corvus killed.
Okay, yeah, so that's the one that got mutilated. It's fine.
Yes. The second human is the one that died to the Toll of the Dead after shooting himself in the foot.
Oh yeah, that was fucking horrifying.
Oh yeah. Like even on his decapitated head after you cut it off, you can still see like the necrotic etchings
It's like-
from the ears
there's
going
just,
down
like,
his face.
Like 2 streams of blood as he cried blood down his face.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, he was bleeding
Okay,
from every
okay,
orifice.
I'm just gonna go ahead and like look over that guy's body first. Then
Well, their bodies have been buried.
they're like they didn't hear about
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Fine. I'll just put my own gold on it.
Yeah, okay.
So that's how much gold on the heads? That's 4 heads.
It's
8 gold?
Yeah, 8 gold.
It just
Alright,
kind of felt like you were being too quick. I was going to do it, but I don't know why you're going so quick about it.
Because we're, if you want to be real, because we're role playing alone and leaving the other half of the party who have been silent this entire time, and I feel bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Are any of their weapons still above ground? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab their weapons. What weapons do they have?
It was 2 crossbows and a couple of long swords.
All right. I'm going to place the long swords and stick them into the cairn so that they're sticking out on. And then I'm going to they're sticking out of the top, and then I'm going to place crossbow bolts around it around the base of the cairn so that they're sticking out.
Okay.
I guess.
Actually, I'll just take 1 long sword. That's easy. That looks better.
I guess maybe I'll just pick up like a crossbow and like maybe try
We're
to
gonna
add
sell
to-
those. We're gonna sell those.
Really? I was just wondering if maybe I could work with one.
Well, you can keep one if you want.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and add the crossbow. It's just a regular crossbow, and about
Regular crossbow or light crossbow?
Oh, it's a one is a light crossbow, and the other's one's a hand crossbow, and the other's a light crossbow.
All right. Which one do you want, Corvus? Because I'm gonna add the other one to my equipment so I can sell it later.
Okay. Wait, you said like a light or normal crossbow? What's the difference between the normal
Hand crossbow and
And
a
or
light
light.
crossbow.
What's the specifications for hand crossbow?
They have a slightly shorter range, and they're 1d6 damage, I think. Let's see. Light crossbow is 1d8 damage instead of 1d6, and they have longer range, but that also means they're harder to fire in short range.
Yeah. Also, a hand crossbow is easier to conceal, and it counts as a martial weapon, whereas
It's
a
like
light
the
crossbow.
Derringer of a...
Yeah,
of crossbows.
a light crossbow is a simple weapon, and a hand crossbow is a martial weapon.
Let me check my proficiency for that.
I mean, if you don't have a
Simple.
preference,
Yeah.
I'll take the... Okay, then you'll take the light, because then I'll take the hand crossbow, and then I can get my money back.
Yeah, for sure. Like, because hand crossbow might be like the more interesting weapon in order to like try to do deals. Plus, the light one might be better for me because I'm not really trying to be sneaky like death stab.
Okay. 1 sec. After that, I would like to search everything else. The rest of the camp, just search everything.
You find some foods. It seems like most of what they had so far. It seems like the camp is like relatively new. Like they set it up within the last couple days, and they, other than just like basic survival stuff and some things to make some hunting traps. There's not much really. There's not much that's really of note.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Udon to help me take the crossbow. I mean, not the fence down.
Okay. All right. Are we gonna take the cages too? They're kind of heavy.
We'll come back for the cages. Like,
All right.
we'll come back for the cages. Maybe try to
Come
like
back
sell them.
we can come back for equipment. We just want to. I just want to deconstruct everything to make sure it looks right, and then I'm going to have you, Corvus. I want you to do your cleric-y thing on there, and I'm also going to pray over those bodies. But I do want to get one more thing, either of rock or something else that writes down exactly what the message is here. So we can get it out of wood or we can get it out of rock if we can find a stonemason of some kind. I just want like a marker that says what happened. Okay. So, is that all?
Yeah.
So, Corvus, you can pray over the bodies, whatever you think.
All right. I just go in and say a few words of, all right, fallen poachers. It is now the official time for me to send you all to the great veil of death. You are lost souls that are bound to this earth, and I must send thee all to thy maker. Or if not thy maker, at least to a place for you to have reprieve for but a slight moment. May all be under the guidance of the Raven Queen. All right.
Okay, and then after she is done, Sushi is going to walk forward, take out her wakizashi, not the katana, and cut her hand, and then drip blood on the top of the cairn.
Okay. So
My goddess, let me just. Yes?
no, go on.
My goddess Lobater, who punishes those that are wicked and gives those that are strong strength, I ask you to intercede and give these the just punishment that they deserve so that they may fall further and further into the deep and depths of which they came. I give you all power over this land that I can. Intercede for the faith and show this area what it deserves. And then I'm going to just walk away.
Yeah. Maybe we could bring the group up to speed about this.
All right.
Yeah. So let's go back to town, and then we can try to get a stone to mark this place, and then we can just use Levere as a taxi service to bring the stone out here and bring the cages back to sell them.
All right.
So, what's it? Yeah, we're heading back.
All right. So as you head back to the camp, or not back to the camp, as you head back to the town, between all of that and all your traveling, it's about late afternoon to early evening by the time you return.
When you get back to the inn, you see Levere trying to balance a cigarette on the end of his snoot.
Yeah. So so Levere and well, really everyone else. So Lorcax has been getting drunk and passed out in his room by mid-noon.
As expected.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what has everyone else been doing?
Varen was smoking for a bit. Probably went through about 3 or 4 cigarettes, drank a little bit, and then at some point she would have left the room and then just hung out with Levere.
All right.
Yeah, and Levere is sitting at the table balancing a cigarette on his nose.
Varen's gonna try and do the same thing.
It's probably easier for Levere, considering.
Yes, with the large flat surface
Yeah.
Yeah.
versus that tiny little nub.
And are you smoking the regular cigarettes or the special ones?
The special ones are sitting in the ethereal realm.
Okay. So y'all just hang out.
Those are combat cigarettes.
Y'all hang out, drink the day away, have fun with your cigarettes, and eventually the sun starts to set, and Corvus and Sushi end up returning. Corvus and Sushi, you two have been getting looks the entire time y'all were in the... as y'all are walking through the city, you are getting some serious looks, and roll perception real quick, both of y'all.
Alright.
Nat 20.
Alright.
Oh, nat 20! Nat 20!
Both of y'all got nat 20s? Y'all note, both of you notice very quickly that some town's guard are starting to trail you. And you'll also remember that y'all are covered in blood.
Well, we just need to get back to the tavern, then we can have Baron prestidigitation us back.
All right.
For sure.
The town's guard, as you're walking through the town, the guard numbers keep increasing as it seems like there's multiple guards that are starting to close in on you.
And we may have to get back to the tavern before they try to grab us, or...
At this rate, it doesn't look like you will unless you start making a break for it.
Okay.
Well, that will make us look guilty. I'm not gonna do that.
Honestly, let's just keep walking normally. Like even though we notice that they're coming, it's like
I'm just gonna pretend we don't notice them.
Yeah,
right.
Let's just do that.
All right. As you're...
I'm gonna whisper to Udon, and you go get Levere and Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Baron specifically.
Yeah. And, I think I can. And he starts to walk a little bit faster. And
He's an adorable little fluff.
yeah.
Mm.
As y'all make your way towards the tavern, you can see it when 4 guards walk in front of you, 8 guards behind you, and and they all draw their weapons and point at you and say, "Wait, don't move!"
Yes, officers? What seems to be the problem?
The problem is that you're covered in blood, and yeah, we're going to have to take you in for some questioning.
Oh, we were out hunting. Well, not hunting precisely.
The hunting is illegal in the woods.
Honestly, we were trying to gather like mushrooms and such.
Huh?
Yeah, whatever.
What?
We were trying to gather things, and then we got attacked.
Yeah, we basically got attacked, and even one of our friends basically got captured and was going to be skinned
Captured?
alive. Yeah, yeah, like this woman right here,
Stop.
one.
They whisper
I,
amongst themselves and say, and you hear them.
I just place a paw on Corvus's head. Look, we simply got into a tussle. It's perfectly normal.
Where were the ones that were claiming to try and skin people alive?
Oh, they're gone.
Gone. They look amongst themselves.
I'm sure. Well, me and the young cleric here, we have different ideas of where they've gone to. If you
Right.
get my drift.
Right.
It was.
You're not
They
from
were poachers.
No, that
Yeah,
doesn't fit
it's
what we're
basic.
looking for. Well, you hear one of
Yeah.
them say, that doesn't fit what we're looking for, though.
Yeah, they were basically people that were illegally hunting down animals, and basically,
Roll a persuasion
yes.
with disadvantage because
Can I
of
roll
the.
the persuasion, please? I am good at persuasion.
Well, Corvus is the one that was trying to explain what a poacher is. But roll with disadvantage because you are covered in blood and viscera.
Alright, please let the 11 be the low roll. Hold up. Why?
Okay.
That was a loss of that 20. A loss of a nat
Okay,
20.
I am going to try and calm them down. Listen, everything is fine. We simply took care of a problem for you because we were attacked by poachers and bandits.
Yeah,
Well, you know.
what about the organ harvesters? Well, the skin harvesters. We don't have a name for it.
Well, they were trying to poach one of my kind. Well, you know, the little fox guy that was with us. You know, a person who happens to also have animalistic features.
Yeah, no, we're familiar with mongrel folk. We get them from time to time.
That's not technical. Okay, but anyway,
In
Not-
this campaign, they would be considered mongrel folk.
yeah, fine. You know. Anyway, yes, and so they were capturing and planning to skin several unique beasts. We have one of them. The others somehow managed to escape while we were being attacked. But we have one of those beasts that they captured in a cage. We can show you to them if you wish.
Yes,
We
for
simply
sure.
wish to provide a warning to any others who may come.
It's very much.
Just give us a couple hours, and we
How
can show
far?
you the picture.
You said it was in the forest. How far into the forest is it?
It took us about a few hours to come back out. We started in the very early morning.
One of them says, "No, that doesn't sound like them."
We can show you.
It's not that I don't believe you. It's,
In fact, how about this? You don't even have to come with us. We'll simply bring the beast to you, and you can figure out how to dispose of it at the same time as you.
no,
doing our
you're
work.
not leaving. All right, I'll tell you what. You're going to lead us there. We're going to follow. We're going to keep our weapons drawn. You're going to drop your weapons and leave them with us, as you show us the way.
I will let you hold the weapon, but you're not putting it down anywhere.
No, we'll hold the weapons. Then,
All right, can we please see a stonemason first?
uh, Varen, at this point, you see Udon rush in, and he's like, "Hey,
Oh, hi, Udon.
hey, they need your help, both of y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't be hard to find them. Just follow the guards. I'm gonna go take a nap. I am exhausted.
Guards.
It's a long story. They'll
What?
explain it.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
All right.
Guard? It turns to Varen.
Yeah.
Varen will turn back and just kind of shake her head.
As y'all step outside, y'all can indeed see down the road, deeper into the town. You can see that there is quite a few guards in the middle of the street, all facing, like all encircling some figures.
But I'm assuming they're in the center of that.
Boy, it looks like if this goes south, we're gonna have to cast that spell again.
Yeah.
Okay. Levere puts up his cigarettes. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. As you head down and go there, you can see Corvus and Sushi both covered in blood, various copious amounts of blood, and viscera. Especially the viscera on Corvus.
Shit. Fuck happened?
You mean on Sushi?
No, I mean on Corvus, since Corvus was the one that was right next to the person whose head got all scanners.
Bloody.
True.
Load up. This is why we should have taken the one that knows prestidigitation with us.
Mm.
The fuck
You really-
happened to you?
I basically tried to tell her, like, basically, Udon was, like, while we were looking for, like, materials, like, like mushrooms and other green stuff.
Mhm.
We were simply gathering in the southern woods. Or the north. Is it the southern ones that are perfectly fine? That's where we were.
Southern Woods. Yeah, Southern Woods.
Okay.
And Udon went north and unexpectedly got captured by some human poachers that were just like, oh, let's skin this fox alive and make some lots of money and such.
Oh,
Yeah, they-
it's not cool.
And basically, as soon as like they,
Did you
as soon as they
dispatch
mentioned,
them?
we dispatched them like in a
We are
very
complete
Oh,
crime.
obviously.
Looking at you guys, does somebody blow up or something?
Yes,
heads.
let's go with that.
Oh, damn. You guys look
Can
like
you-
a right mess.
No,
Saying
so
all this with the guards standing there.
we
Yeah.
simply wanted to return to town to mark the quite wonderful setting that we left. Can we please see a stonemason? I'm going to turn
and-
to the guard. Can we
and
please
also-
see a stonemason?
Oh, you guys trying to make like a grave or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Something like
Um,
that.
Oh.
And also,
Surprisingly kind, considering they're poachers, but
Considering it's you, that's incredibly kind, Sushi.
Okay. One of the
Something
guards
like
says, "Okay, I'm gonna." So, will somebody tell me who you all are?
Yeah.
the full Sun crew.
Well, Sun Crew.
Captain Verica. Captain Baron.
First mate Levere.
All right.
Second mate sushi, I think.
Is Sushi the second mate?
I think
so.
so.
Yeah. No one else is.
All right.
You know, that's a good point.
And,
And then ship's priest, I guess.
All right.
Yep.
One of the guards, the one that seems to be calling the shots, says something to another guard, and says, "Go find their ship. Find out who they are." And another guard runs off towards the docks. says,
So may we please see a mason before we return with you? It's just that it
we
will
don't
take
have
him
many
long.
stonemasons here. We're a lumber village.
Do you think a wood marker would survive in the woods for a little while?
Maybe. Probably. Depends on
Can
who you
we-
get to do it.
All right, we're gonna. Can we? Corvus, you said you found a wood carver, right? Oh, and Varen, can you help me with the cleanup
Yeah.
of this, please?
They're just gonna kind of snap her fingers, clean them up.
All right. It takes a few. It takes
It's
like.
gonna take a bit.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah.
like a full.
Snaps.
It takes like a full minute. And says,
Damn.
"Look, once we figure out what's going on, then we'll point you in the right direction. We just have to corroborate some things. Just wait patiently here, and if you're telling the truth, then everything will be all right."
Can we
Thanks.
go and ask for the job from the wood carver first? Like while we're waiting? We don't want to take up your time, but
Oh
it's just
no,
we don't
no!
want to take too many trips.
Believe you me, this is exactly what we're here for. And after a bit, the other guard comes back and says, "No, they only arrived just yesterday." I was like, "What? Shit!" And you're sure that it said, "You're sure that this is them that arrived?" He says, "Yeah, no, it was 6 of them arrived, and 4 of them match this description. They haven't been here. They weren't here the last few months." And
Oh yeah, no, we only came in the other day.
yeah,
We just arrived.
Haven't
some
really
of the
done much
guards,
since I got here.
some of the guards
Kinda
seem to
weird.
relax a bit and sheath their weapons and say, "Shit, I guess we're back to square one. All right, everyone, back to your back to your positions."
Do you still want to see what it was? Because we do need to figure out how to
We'll send
sufficiently
someone.
arrange the removal of the one creature that the poachers captured. It seemed extremely dangerous, and since the others escaped, we didn't want to try and simply release a dangerous beast back into the forest without understanding the local ecosystem. I'm sure one of your officers could at least help with that.
Yeah, we'll send someone that way right now. We have more important stuff to do now.
Thank you very much for helping. Like I
Alright, so-
didn't want any of the animals to
hold
be
on.
like
Wood mason or wood carver? Or...
Okay. Has there been an issue in town lately?
Some that it's something that outsiders really shouldn't bother themselves with.
Well,
Okay.
we are adventurers.
Yeah, it's kind of what we do.
That's what you say.
We killed the devil. I think we can handle
The
it.
devil?
Yeah, like seriously, trust me, like the cleric for the way you
Roll persuasion, Levere, because you're the one that. And roll with advantage since Corvus is helping you out by corroborating.
That's a 19.
Why am I the best
one of them-
at persuasion?
One of the. I mean, your stats are the best.
I'm probably
The
like only
dice
like
hate you.
One of the guards says, "If they kill the devil, then they might actually be what we need." And the other says, "All right."
Yeah, I'm sure.
Saving the town a bit by doing that. There's
Have
issues,
you-
corruption in the church.
Have you heard the news of Siller Mastal yet? It's only been about a week or so.
We did leave.
It's
like,
about.
first thing,
It's been
so-
about 11 days. Well, actually, since it's actually because you left about 2 days after it happened. It's probably been about 2 weeks now.
so.
It's
Fortnite.
been a week or two since
Yeah, it's been,
since it happened in Siller Mastal.
let me
At the
double
very
check
least,
the
I'm sure
actual
you've heard
timeline.
of how the Silver District has been encroaching the Copper District.
Yeah, we trade with Silimasol from time to time.
Turns out, head priest, devil.
You know, I think I heard something about that in the paper. It was right next to the article about the Atlas.
Atlas?
Oh, you really don't read the paper often, do you? Yeah, no.
We're literate.
But what it was, yeah, I heard apparently one of there was a devil that was trying to get in the get close with their queen. That's so.
Yeah, we
that
killed
was
the
you.
devil. Yes, it was us.
Us.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think that I think that you might be. We've had a string of mysterious murders, and the captain says, "Nope, they don't need to know."
Okay. That's perfectly fine. So we'll just be going for now. I really want to make sure that the materials are properly arranged. Thank you.
I'm
We
gonna
want to
turn.
pay our respects to the dead.
I'm gonna turn to Sushi.
Yes.
What's in the cage?
Wow, it's actually been over 3 weeks since you killed the devil.
It's a thing. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it when we get there. But first, I want a thing. So you know where a woodcarver is, right?
Yeah. I bought this pipe from a woodcarver, and I take out the pipe.
Can you help me find the woodcarver?
Sure, I guess.
We go to the woodcarver.
We go
Wait,
to the
no, it's been-
woodcarver.
No, wait, you're right. It's been 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Yeah, today is
No,
1 week after 2 weeks.
I don't have money.
It's been 15
Whatever.
days.
So we go to the woodcarver.
Okay, you go to Korth. He's actually closing up shop.
Do you have some quick time?
I'm actually closing up shop right now.
Oh dear. We just wanted a marker to leave.
What kind?
Just a simple like marker that can be left as a sign for someone to see with just a few words written on it. But
Yeah,
if you're
I can sell you some of my scrap wood if that'll do. But I have several big projects that I need to work on. Any
can any of us carve like just a little bit?
I mean, it's not that hard to carve a word into a piece of wood.
I hold up a clawed finger.
Okay.
I think I can make do.
All right. Can we have a big piece of wood? Whatever the largest piece of scrap wood you have is.
All right. And he pulls out what looks to have been part of a branch of a tree that has been debarked and is fairly thick, but it's riddled in like it's got some certain pockets that look a bit soft and doesn't seem like it would make good for like elaborate carvings. But
Got some burls.
yeah, and some knots. But
Okay, thank you.
it'll work for your purposes though.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll just be about 3 copper.
All right. Can you split a gold?
Uh,
I can give him a silver.
all right. Silver is much easier to split than a gold. Yeah, he gives you 7 copper in return. All right.
Okay.
Because I'm really low on funds. I have 3 gold, 5 silver, and a copper.
I like burlwood.
Okay, so
Burlwood has interesting pattern.
that might be a little bit heavy. So, Levere, do you want to shove it in your nowhere hole?
Yeah, sir, do you mind?
I'm closing up shop. So I can
No,
help you get
it's
it.
just weird magic stuff.
I can help you get it out, but I'm really
No, no, no,
tired.
no, no. It's fine. I can just. I have a
Just
key.
do the thing.
It's weird magic stuff.
Just
Um,
do the
It
thing.
doesn't like it.
Just do it.
Okay, okay. I hold the key in the air for 30 seconds and open the door.
All right, as you do, he's like sweeping up sawdust and wood shavings, and blowing out the candles on the wall as you're doing
I
it.
never realized this would be a really efficient way to steal things if we were actually criminals.
He once the door opens, he's like, "Doof! What is? Don't
I told
Please
you.
don't-
I told you. Weird magic stuff. The end doesn't like it.
okay, don't do that in my shop anymore, please. Just
He's his way to
turned
move
to
things.
I turned to Sushi. Why are people so averse to this?
I don't know. And I'm just gonna start dragging the piece of wood in there.
all right,
I help pull it in.
all right. It's easy enough to get in there. It fits.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're gonna show the others over to
You
the
walk out and close
grave
the
site.
door.
All
Yes.
right.
Don't worry. The door is gone. It doesn't stay. It doesn't leave anything in the air.
Damn, I need to make a sign for about.
Why do people hate the door?
Yeah. So, Corvus
Nah, they're
and Corvus and Varen, it takes a few. What are you doing while they're getting the wood carving? While they're getting the wood?
Waiting outside for them.
All right. It doesn't take too long. You just hear. You do hear the shopkeep like freak out when the door pops open, but eventually they step back out.
Cool. So we're gonna I'm just we're gonna show them back to the grave.
All right. So it takes several hours. The forest gets really, really dark at night, like unbelievably dark.
That's why we brought it apart.
Let me.
Aaron knows a light spell, right?
And nope.
No?
Nope.
Knows Corvus? Corvus does. Corvus knows a light spell, right? Because we used it in the thing.
Well, light spell clerics switch
Whatever.
out their spells each day.
Most of us don't need to see anyway. I mean, we have dark vision, so it's fine.
I think all of you do. Moo was the only one that didn't.
Does Corvus? I'm not sure Corvus does.
I think Corvus does.
Yeah, because it was. I think it was only Murovic that was having trouble hitting things in the cave, in the catacombs.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we just guide them back to the thing.
All right.
Sound good?
So it takes a couple hours to get out there, but eventually you do. You see the remnants of the. You see the remnants of the campsite, as well as the.
Has anything been disturbed?
Doesn't look like it.
Good.
The central tent that had the cages is still intact, but the tents that you took down are still taken down.
Okay. So, Levere, could you help me with the wood?
Yeah, sure. What am I carving?
Oh. Well, I was thinking at the bottom we could carve a, like a raven, but with 9 tendrils with spikes coming out of it, coming out of the back.
Okay.
Well, a combination of a 9-stranded cat of nine tails and a raven in flight. No?
I can try.
I mean, I can try. We also want to do words, right?
Do we have the space for words?
How much space do we have?
If you write the word small, probably.
You know what? Just words. We'll just leave words.
It's a good
fine.
idea.
Whatever.
Alright, what are you carving onto it?
What sounds threatening but also like a promise? Like, what do you think? Like, this is what happens to those who mess with us, or what? Something like that? What do you think?
I guess?
Well, you're the one with the flair for the flamboyant. Not me. How? Just
I don't know.
how about just one word? Respect.
Okay. I will write respect and then try to do the raven.
So,
And then I do it.
alright, so you carve respect and the crude carving of a raven. Go ahead and roll a dexterity to see how well it is. It's done.
Crude carving of a raven with specifically
10. It's average.
It looks more like a duck than a raven, but you think they'll get the message probably. Also, you tried to write respect a little too large and had to just write you were one letter short.
respect.
Yep. RESPEC. Respect.
Get some respect.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, everyone knows that every now and then you gotta respec.
Okay, so I did a very shitty job at doing this because Clip Studio Paint, as far as I can tell, doesn't do transforms. But this is basically what I imagined happened when I use the door.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like the background just like opens.
Yeah, yeah.
Like as you can see, it's just like
It's like the
been swooshed.
yeah, yeah. That's pretty much exactly what it's like.
Like everything that's behind it is on the door,
Yeah.
and it's very weird.
It's
to
non-Euclidean.
See. It's non-Euclidean,
Yeah.
and every time I've used it, someone's been like, "What the hell?
Yeah.
You stop that!"
Yeah, if you use the immersive portals mod in Minecraft, it would look like I could make it in the immersive portals mod.
I was always imagining something like this thing from that one.
Well, no, because you see the contents inside.
Yeah. So like
It just opens to a 10 by 10 by 10.
Yeah.
But the big thing about it is what the front of the door looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. pretty
Like on the
much.
front, you can see what's inside. On the back, you can see through it. It's complicated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that, but I'm not talking about the doorway. I'm talking about the opened door.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you carve into the piece of wood, and you draw what you hope people recognize as a raven, though it looks more like a duck.
Spikes. Remember the spikes.
Yeah, okay.
And you draw spikes into the duck.
It's like little tendrils coming out of the back.
Looks more like it got shot with arrows, but can't really undo.
I mean,
yeah, no, you
no,
could
it's mend.
mending. Yeah, no, you could absolutely mend it if you wanted to try again.
Mend is the Control R feature.
The Control Z.
Control Z, yeah. What is Control R?
I don't know. I've never
Control
used it.
R is.
So what are y'all doing now?
We're gonna start taking the stuff away.
Control R brings up the ruler.
All right. You're gonna take what away?
Everything.
Everything. All right.
Cages.
All right. Well,
Monster.
the cages are, like I said, 2 of them are 5x5x5, and
That
2
don't
of
fit
them
in the
are
door.
yeah. And
No.
the amount of cloth needed for the tents.
Can't we take cages like apart and then flatten it and then it would fit through the door?
You can do that for, well, I mean, for the tents, you can definitely fit 1, maybe 2 of it, and still have rooms to be able to use stuff. But
Keep in mind, this is a 10 by 10 foot cube.
yeah, and the tents were folded up, or the tents when used were. Let me double
Yeah,
check.
fold it up. The tents fold up pretty small.
Well, these, I mean, you're probably thinking of like camping tents. These were
These
like.
are, these tents have a floor space of like 20 of
Yeah, but those sorts of
30 by
tents,
20 feet.
Yeah, it's a
still
floor.
fold up to
Even
like
folded up, that's still a lot of space.
Yeah, still a lot of
that
cloth,
low, it's like it's short. It's long
and
one way,
it's
way,
thick.
like,
It's a thick fabric, like
or two
waxed
wide.
canvas.
It's like wax
like a-
burlap.
Yes,
It's like
that's
a foot-
that's better.
foot
Waxed
thick.
burlap.
Even like folded up and rolled up, it's still gonna take like
Yeah,
3 feet.
yeah, at least. Not
but it
to
can be
like.
stacked on top of each other.
Well, I mean, you'd also have to
So
bend it to be able
You want
to.
a 7-foot wide roll? That ain't gonna fit in the door.
Yeah, like it would. Even rolled up, it would still take a decent amount of space in the thing. You can definitely fit 1 of them, maybe 2 if you're good at Tetris, but you definitely can't fit all 5 tents.
Well, how are we
all-
going to get all of these?
I'm
back?
sorry, all 3 tents. I was
Why not?
How are we,
yeah, no, it's
Well,
only.
We'll
it's
just
only
leave
3
them to
tents.
the elements.
well, we want to get rid of them.
Wouldn't
And
it
also-
leave more- wouldn't it leave more of a message if there was an old ruined tent next to a cairn filled with heads?
Not really. Whatever.
Look, this is. It's
Fuck
a
it. I'm
small
just gonna
space.
pile the tents. I'm just gonna pile the tents around the fucking cairn. Protect it from the elements. Whatever.
All right, are you gonna keep
Taking
one?
one tent.
Okay. So yeah, mark that
Keep the
you.
one that's not broken, so we don't have to mend it.
Yeah, I keep mistaking. Oh yeah, only
We've
one of
cut
them.
2 of them.
Only one of them is not broken.
We've cut 2 of them apart, so we would have to mend it. So just take the one that wasn't cut, which is isn't the one that had the cages in it. It's the 3rd one.
Yeah, it's the one that the Tabaxi was sleeping in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, free bedrolls.
Yeah, you do it.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Nice.
That actually.
yeah. There are 5. Yeah, wait. Let's see. Halfling, 2 humans, Tabaxi, half elf. Yeah, there's 5.
And a half orc.
Yes, and a half orc. There's 6. Sorry, I forgot about the half orc because he died like a chump.
Yeah.
He died immediately.
Yeah,
It
because
was
he rolled a
great,
nat
Like a
1.
fucking wuss.
He rolled a nat 1 on his first attack.
He rolled a nat 1, fell over, and got his throat ripped out.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely not making it to
that
Valhalla.
do we want to keep those
Uh.
ship gear, or do we want to sell them? Because we could use some bedrolls just in case we need them. Having a set would be helpful, but we
Well,
can also just sell them.
We'll think about it. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Okay. And the cages are what? I thought they were made of like. What are they made of? Chicken wire?
No, they're metal. Like
They're bar?
yeah, they're actual metal barred cages, like iron. You had trouble, with them, and these are built to hold, ambush drakes and Kurthix.
So there's no way we can take the Kurthik back.
Yeah, no, not without I mean, you could try sticking him in the door, but actually no,
this?
he would. The cage wouldn't even fit in the door because it's too wide.
No, what if we put the door, open it right in front of the cage, and then open the door of the cage so that the thing has to go into the. It's a one-use, really powerful attack weapon.
Okay,
that
I'm back.
Kill all of us.
What did I miss?
Chalkby is trying to find a way to keep the Kurthik. Kruthik, sorry,
no.
it's Kruthik.
Levere
Alright.
takes one look at it and says, "No."
Fine.
Even if we could manage to fit that thing into the little pocket dimension, it will run out of air immediately.
Well, that's a quick way of killing it.
Yeah, but it'll also ruin all my shit.
Well, what are we supposed to do? 'Cause I don't think releasing that thing into the woods is a good idea.
I don't know, keep it in the cage.
Can you help me drag the cage next to the cairn?
I am not touching that cage. It's going to bite my fingers.
Fine, we leave that tent we didn't take down because it has the cages in it, so we just leave that the way it is. We put the other damaged tent, and we set it up so that it's over the cairn, so it protects the cairn from the elements a little bit. And we take the other tent away, and all the whatever remaining equipment we just shove in the door.
All right.
Should we light this tent on fire and hope that kills the thing?
No, just leave it.
Alright.
It's dramatic. We can leave it. It makes it look like we're like protecting the bodies or whatever.
If we just leave it like that, isn't it just gonna, die?
Yeah.
Good. Look at that thing.
No, we'll just send the guards after it. They can free it or whatever they think is best.
What they're probably going to do is kill it while it's in the cage.
Whatever they think is best.
As long as you can aim a crossbow through some bars.
Look, I mean, we can kill it right now if we want to.
But I don't want to run out of arrows.
I have a cantrip that can attack through bars.
I mean, if you want.
But what are we gonna do? We don't have any use for the corpse. It's not like there's treasure in there.
Maybe
It's
it's
not our
filled
duty
with
to kill it.
treasures.
Well, it's not like it's like a rust monster or anything. It's just a thing.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. You want to just go home?
Yeah, let's go to the inn.
All right.
We
So-
take all usable equipment that is left that we
Alright.
can take.
All right. Most of it is stuff to be able to hunt and trap. So add a total of 3 hunting traps. I believe that's what they're called.
I'll take those so that I can just sell them. And
Yes,
get my
3
money
hunting
back.
traps. Should be.
Did anybody add the 6 bedrolls, or should I?
I think that would be
I'm
in
adding the-
Levere's because
Yeah, I'm adding it to my ethereal storage space.
All right.
Okay. What are hunting traps used for?
Well, they're traps to help hunt.
It's
Okay,
based-
I've got in my storage space. I have 48 rations, 7 Moon's Tier cigarettes, a 30 by 20 tent, and 6 bedrolls. Anything else
that's
getting
a good
added
way
in?
to-
Two backpacks. There were two backpacks in there.
Yeah.
2 backpacks.
They're empty though because the contents were already used in making the grave.
Oh yeah, and we took one. I took one of the 2 long swords because one long sword looks better, so I'll take that as well.
Yeah, you took the longsword of the guy that just refused to die.
That's fair.
All right. So with that out of the way, you start heading right back to town. It is well close to midnight by the time you get back.
Oh boy, I am pooped. I have had an eventful day of sitting in the inn.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you're walking by, you go ahead and roll perception, all of y'all.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Good thing it's not nighttime.
It is
Or
nighttime.
good thing it is not. Good thing it is nighttime because in direct sunlight I'd have a disadvantage.
I thought we got rid of that because you're a surface kobold.
I mean, we have, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I rolled an 18.
I got
21.
All right.
Come on, Corvus, roll perception.
Ooh, is that a
Technically-
6 I see?
Sushi's too busy thinking about the puppy that was lost.
Yeah, the direwolf pup. So,
And the awesome adventures that she could have had with a direwolf mount.
yeah.
If both me and Lavere could have rode that mount, rode the direwolf
Corvus.
that grew up. That's what goblins do.
Well, they ride wargs.
Yeah, but that's just like a domesticated direwolf.
So, as you are entering the town with the 21 and the 18, you both notice that one of the guards walks right up to you. It's the one that was trying to suggest that maybe you could help. He says, in full guard armor, he says, "The captain doesn't want me to talk to you, but I think you can help. If you're really
sure.
the ones that, if you're the ones that helped out in Silamus Sol, I read about that in the papers."
We gotta start reading these paper things.
What was that about an atlas?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That one's actually, I'm fascinated with that. It's a ship it can sail without sails. It's almost, it's halfway through its construction. But that's not important.
Kind of neat.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
like McCreer.
It is.
big is
It
it?
is being built in Macrea. It's being built in cooperation between Macrea and Nizlat.
How much you want to bet it's gonna be called
Wait, no.
Unthinkable?
Wait, no. Wait. Messed up. That's the wrongs. It's being it's built it's being built in Macrea with the aid of Vistar.
Vistar!
Yeah. Sorry, I got Vistar and Nizlat confused.
I'm from Vistar.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Fine.
My sister ended up marrying in Vistar.
Oh.
She's actually gotten tickets for it.
Where's V-Star?
Was it near Fisio?
Fisio? No. She doesn't live in Fisio. But that's not important. Sorry, I know I can get distracted. The captain is always on my ass about that. No.
It's fine.
So we've been having a series of odd murders, to put it lightly. It's very, very strange. The first sign is usually someone will report that they found some organs like in an alley in a in the middle of the road sometimes. And
But just loose?
yeah, yes, absolutely.
Creepy.
Yeah, needless to say that the organs should not be outside of the body.
No.
Yeah,
Shouldn't.
the first time it happened, we thought it was just some kid pulling a prank, and that was 2 months ago. And well,
That's what we call hot dog materials.
right, but it came to light that they weren't animals' organs.
Yeah, same difference.
Right. So what happened was the first one was reported about 2 months ago, and then about a week and a half later, there was a corpse found. But it did have its organs removed, but they were still alive when the initial organs were found. And then shortly after, there was another set of organs found, and then a week and a half later, another body. And it's been going on in that pattern. We haven't found the first victim, but
Is like any sort of pattern anywhere where you're finding these?
Are there any
Are they in
other...
the same area? Kind of random or what?
they're random, as far as we can tell. There doesn't seem to be a pattern. It's just organs of the previous victim, and then the previous and then the next victim's corpse.
Is it always the same organs, or like is it always just like a loose spleen?
It's just it's the organs in it's not one organ. It seems to be all the major organs, not the eyes and brain, but the ones that are in the chest.
Okay. So just like all of them?
Yes. Of course, there's certain scavengers, rats, and birds that pick at them, so they're not always
Okay, well
intact.
that rules out an idea.
But yeah, it's just loose organs, and we're on high alert because
Is there one that has happened recently?
it's been happening at a steady rate. The last one was about a week ago, so we have
Okay.
4 days.
Can you let us know if one shows up?
Well,
Investigating, I think I have a way of investigating, but only
Well,
if I can see the
last
organs.
organs were found a week ago, so we have a little bit under a week ago. We have about 4 days before it's around the time the next corpse would show up, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
What, a corpse going up?
Yes,
The creation of a corpse, I assume.
exactly.
Well, it's kind of hard to find something without evidence.
Yes, I know.
The
That's-
fact that it's all of the abdominal organs rules out an idea that I had of weird temporal stuff.
It's why we were on such high alert when you arrived, covered in blood and viscera, and then when you
Makes
mentioned,
sense.
people trying to skin people alive, but it's too far into the forest.
Yeah, and they were poachers. Most of the other things they were trying to kill were animals. By the way, there's a weird fucking six-legged thing still in a cage out there.
Yes, you mentioned that
Okay.
when we had you surrounded. The guard is
Just so you know.
the guard captain's going to be sending someone out there tomorrow
Cool.
to handle it.
I want to send them out with something a little more powerful than a spear.
We have swords, and if it's in a cage, then I mean, how much damage is it going to be able to do?
I don't know, maybe it can spit.
It looked pretty strong.
It looked like some sort of weird bug dragon.
The other creatures, as they ran away, I saw that they were small versions of creatures that have been plagues upon society.
Oh, like what?
I look back. I think no. Did Corvus tell me what they were? The ones I couldn't get.
I don't know. Corvus, did you ever tell Sushi what the two babies were?
Orvis.
Corvus, you're muted.
'Cause those are the two that are actually the most well known. The other one I wouldn't think is that well known.
Yeah. Uh, well, we'll be on high alert. We're already on high alert, but we'll.
It was a displacer beast,
Oh,
a
yes.
baby.
Well, that's not uncommon.
Well, they had captured it, and I was wondering what they were planning on doing with one of those.
Well, if they were poachers, then I would guess sell it.
And also,
Well,
like a little.
Going by my knowledge, I do believe displacer beast hides can be used for certain cloaks.
Maybe.
Well,
I mean, I've had a run-in with a displacer beast from time to time.
I only got a quick glimpse of it, but it was adorable.
That's not how I would.
Of course, it was
describe them.
adorable. It was a baby.
Well, you know, anything that's cat-like and has giant eyes is cute.
Right. So,
What was the other thing?
Doggy.
What?
It was a doggy.
what, like a what kind? Like a
big puppy.
oh, must have been a
I like
direwolf then.
gesture. A
Direwolves,
gesture with size.
direwolves and displacer beasts are native to the forests over there.
I don't know what those other things were, though. They were... One of them was kind of reptilian. I think that's the one I should actually know what it was, but
Yeah,
I don't remember the name of it.
It was
Yeah.
an ambush drake.
Yeah. Thingy Drake.
Ambush.
Yes,
Ambush.
yes. Those are native to the forest. We're aware of their presence. They like to
The
climb.
thing looks the most dangerous. And
They like to
So
climb
going-
high in the
I'm going
trees
to
and
turn
then
to
drop
Sushi.
down.
what?
You let the puppy get away?
It wasn't me. I was doing something with a cat corpse.
Right. So, are you gonna help us? Please. It'll have to be off.
We'll
We'd certainly
do
try.
our best,
It'll
We'll keep
have
an
to
eye
be-
out.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. It'll be off the books,
It's hard
and
to do
I
the
can.
investigation until we can see a body.
Yes,
I think we're
can-
parked here for about another 5 days or so.
Yes,
Something
I
like
can.
Could you tell us where you've found some of the organs and victims previously?
They've always been in the in alleys near where people dump
Can
their
you show us
trash.
the last victim's thing? Where it was?
Location?
The corpse or the organs?
I think just where they were. Oh.
Okay, the last.
If it's organs, they're probably buried or burned.
No, where they had been.
Yes, I can show you. It's only about a 45-minute walk from here. And he guides you through the city, and as he does, he says, "This is going to be this is going to have to be off the books. The God Captain doesn't want anyone to even know this is happening. I mean, any outsiders to know this is happening. We've been trying to get this resolved, but
We'll figure out a way to make money off of this. Don't worry.
No, I understand.
I can
Word gets
pay
out
you
of
out
a
of
weird
pocket.
word gets out of a weird organ murder, and tourism takes a sudden drop.
Yeah, nobody's going to want to trade with us. Our lumber's like.
I don't know. I once went to a town that was really famous for a lot of murder. To be fair, it was famous for public executions, but you know.
Sounds like it must have been probably an elm.
A whale of a time.
Yes. So yeah, it's right this way, and he goes to a darker part of the city and leads you to an alley. The alley is kind of dank. You can see there is a dumps like a place to dump trash there. There's a there's
Where was it exactly?
it was right here, and he squats down and points right behind the trash, the place where the
Okay,
trash is.
this is a lot more of a long shot because it's not there and not fresh, but I'm still gonna try it.
What are you trying?
I want to try to use my my vermin senses, my sense of smell to try and smell what happened, like what it was.
Okay, in what way?
I want to try and like get more information
All right.
through sense.
Okay, is that an investigation?
I mean, my perception's slightly higher, but either way is fine. Just
I think this would
whatever
be
you want
more
to roll.
investigation than
Okay.
because you're investigating a murder.
Yeah, I'll try to investigate.
All right. Roll investigation.
20, not net 20,
All
not
right.
natural 20.
All right. You place your hand on the ground and feel the grime and dirt. You look down the alley. You look down the other way of the alley. This seems to be a sort of a blind spot. You don't have very good visual on the street from here. It's like a very narrow blind spot. If you were like 3 feet to the left or 3 feet to the right, then you would be easily visible from the road. Looking at that, you sniff around. You look around and feel the dirt. Try to feel in your hands and smell it. Give it a little taste. You can definitely taste that there's actual blood here, not just like the kind that would be found on organs, but like there was a lot of blood here.
Is there anything that is consistent between the victims?
No, and that's the hottest part. The only thing that's seemingly that the only thing that seems to connect them is that they start to feel ill shortly before their demise.
Well, keep an eye out for that.
We are.
Yeah,
but,
I figured. And we're gonna try to find any hidden spots we can see in the city.
Okay. I'll lead you to where the other organs were found. If we will.
And the bodies, were they hidden or were they kind of just dumped?
The bodies were kind of just dumped, and
That makes sense based on.
this strange thing. I'll show you where the last body was found. Well,
I keep notes of where they are when he shows them
Yeah.
the spots.
So, you said that before the murder they feel ill?
well, they don't say anything about it, but you can see it in their eyes. They grow a bit paler, a bit more gaunt. But and they don't upkeep with hygiene nearly as well as they usually do.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Could be
no,
magic.
they smell pretty bad by the time it happens, but I mean, there's people who also work all day, and we don't exactly have. We're not a fancy city like Fitio. We don't have plumbing. I think that's what they called it.
Yeah, it's called plumbing.
Yeah, no. Most people only wash maybe once a week in their communal baths, which I don't mind. I mean, it's I sometimes I wish that
Sociable.
yeah. Sometimes I wish I had a private bath like some of the nobles of. Uh, but
Well, back in my homeland, we would often have, well, the nobles, we would have private baths, but the baths would still be made in the design of a public bath.
oh, interesting. But yeah, the the only correlation is that they 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 start to look ill, and then the next thing you know, they're dead on the ground with their organs missing.
Cool. Can we, is this where the next one is?
Oh, yes, right over this way. And he leads you a few more minutes down, and he leads you next to a bookstore, a library, an alleyway next to a bookstore. And he says it was right here, is where it was found. And the thing you notice about this place is that it seems to be in like plain view.
Alright, I'm gonna try to investigate more, like, does it look like something could have been obscuring the view beforehand?
No. This seems like unless like somebody like parked a cart here. No, this is right at the entrance of an alley. There doesn't seem to be anything blocking it.
Where specifically was the organs?
Oh, this is where the corpse was found, not organs.
Okay. Can I see an organs, please?
Yes. Right this way. This is we're not that far from the first victim, and he leads you to a more residential area, an alley between two houses, or two apartments. I guess they would be communal houses, and this part does have an obscured eye line.
Okay. Yep. No, that makes sense.
Yes. We have
How long ago was this?
this one. This was about 2 months ago.
I'm gonna see if there's anything I can sense about the area. Other than
I have a wild idea.
I have a few ideas.
Well, I'm all ears.
So, my wild, crazy idea, that's probably not right, but who knows? Magic is weird. There are time wizards.
Hmm.
Okay.
What if the organs are indeed the victim's organs from the future?
Okay. Are the victims seen around after the organs are? Or...
Yes.
Okay, but they get.
What he said
Um,
was that
Was there anything?
organs are found, then like about a week later someone looks sick and then is murdered.
Well,
And
a week
has
and a
all their
half.
organs taken out.
It's a steady decline. It usually gets to be noticeable, like
Is anything found in place of the organs?
no, it's just empty. It's an
How
empty
cleanly?
cavity.
How cleanly?
Surprisingly clean.
Can I?
Could
Is
be
there any way I could
teleportation.
see? Is there any way I could see one of the corpses?
Yes, yes. There's at the local monastery for. They're being held before burial until the investigation is closed, or until
I
the.
want to see the. Well, I need to see the insides of the corpse.
Okay, right this way
The
then.
precious one, if possible.
I can do that. We'll have to be careful because, like I said, this is off the books, and I'm gonna have to pull some strings.
I have a cleric.
Yeah, that is true. If anyone asks, just say that you're going to give them that you're there to help provide a safe passage.
We've been surprisingly active at doing that recently.
If needed, I could turn someone invisible too.
Right. So he leads you to a monastery. It's about a half-hour walk or so, maybe 35 minutes, and you find yourself at the. You find yourself in a monastery. The clergy rubs his eyes and as he answers, or says, "What? What is it?" It's a dwarven fellow, elderly, and he looks tired. Says, "So, how can I help you?"
Yes, hello. We need to see a corpse.
We need to provide respects to the bodies. By the way, the music ended.
What?
I think.
What? No, it's supposed to be the.
Oh no, there it is.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's
just
just.
really, it's way quieter than everything else you've been playing.
Yeah, sorry.
I could not hear it. I didn't realize.
Okay, I turned
I
it
got
up.
it.
Yeah, it's the ambience of an evening town.
Yeah. I just had to turn it up to 90. I had it down to 40 because your first thing was way louder than the stuff I usually play.
Oh yeah. So, he says, "Yeah, I can lead you. Yeah, that the guard can escort you the way. I'm going back to sleep. Try not to break anything." And he retires back to his quarters as the guard leads you into the basement of the monastery. And
The body for the last set of organs has been found, right?
yes, no, not the
No.
no organs were found about a week ago, a little under a week ago. The freshest
Okay.
body. The freshest body was found about 3 days before
No,
that.
that makes sense. We need to. We're going to need to keep an eye out for that. Okay. Let me see this body.
All right. He goes down, and you can see on alcoves in the wall are several corpses of various states of decay. One of them is somewhat fresh, and he points and says, "It's that one."
Okay. Was the interior, the organs, they weren't like cut out or anything, right?
Well,
What? How was the tummy area
that there was
when the corpse was found?
Well, there's a large gash in it, and he walks over to the corpse and pulls out he pulls out a stick, like one of those long matches, and uses it to peel back some of the skin and muscle, and you can see there is indeed a massive vertical slash from about the rib cage, top of the rib cage, to the belly button. The rib cage is broken.
All right. First things first. I want to examine. First of all, I want to examine to see if there are any extra materials inside.
Mhm.
Any fluids that shouldn't be there.
All right. Roll.
Varen would like to help and give bardic inspiration to Sushi.
All right. Go ahead and sing a
Okay.
bardic song while Sushi. With it, I'll say you can either roll medicine or investigation.
I think my investigation is slightly higher because I have no wisdom. So is
Sushi's
that just, shut up. I have intelligence. So that's plus a d6, right?
Yes, from the bardic inspiration.
Search the corpse.
That's a 5 plus 1. That's a plus
12.
12.
Yeah, a total of 12.
You look into it. It's fairly smooth. You can see there's no lungs, no heart, no stomach, no kidneys, no intestines. It's completely empty.
The spleen has also been removed.
Sushi, you...
Appendix?
Yeah,
The appendix
yes.
is part of the small intestine.
Yeah. There's
Yes.
no organs in there.
Okay, does it look... So did I find any extra fluid? Something
No,
that
not
would-
with the 12. You can't really
Okay.
glean anything other
Is-
than all the organs were moved.
Can I... Okay, now I would like to try to figure out if the cut came from the inside.
Okay.
Can I do another investigation for that?
Yeah, that would be another investigation. You have no idea. Probably
What did
not.
you roll?
Come look at this.
That's a 3 plus 1.
Oh,
Like
Does
we
it look
said,
like
like
this-
we said, you have a high investigation stat.
I don't actually.
Oh,
I have
you
a
don't?
plus 1, but
Oh right, no, it was persuasion.
I
Yeah,
have a high
no,
persuasion and intimidation and deception stat
At least you
because I
didn't
decided
roll a
to
nat
take
1.
proficiency in those.
At least you
for
did not
some
roll
reason.
a nat 1.
Yeah. Now, so Levere, can you see if there is a fluid in there, or if the rib, like if it came from the inside?
I can try, I guess. And then I'll
Anyone
I'll
who...
take a look with
Well,
my
harder.
-1.
What are you doing,
Uh,
Baron?
So you want to do that? I mean, I
okay,
could try.
if Baron can do it, if Baron's better than Levere.
I have a. Well, I mean, if it's medicine, I could do a +2. If it's investigation, I could do a +1.
Yeah.
Your medicine's higher than anything we've got, so.
Yeah, it's
I want to
You-
take a look.
you can do medicine
I
or
rolled a
investigation.
14.
And what were you looking for?
I guess to see if it's from the inside.
Doesn't look like it.
Is there any sign that it's from
An
the
18.
outside?
Varen, with that 18, you do notice that the cut, though at first it looked like it was like a smooth cut, upon further inspection, you do notice there are some tiny additional cuts alongside it, ever so small. Like it wasn't just a single blade, or maybe a weird shaped blade that could have been serrated. It's hard to
Saw
tell
it
the
open.
exact. It's hard to tell the exact nature of whatever it was that cut it, but you can at least tell it was not one single smooth blade, like
Does it
like a longsword or something.
look like it was from the outside or the inside?
Looks like it was on the outside.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is from the outside. Doesn't look like it was just one cut though. Not sure if the blade was like serrated or something, or if they're just multiple little cuts. To look close,
I just
Right
sawed
over
them
here.
open.
could be.
So,
Hmm.
whatever it was that did this, it was a weapon that's not necessarily common.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if we can work with that. I mean,
That or they're working with wood saws.
well, yeah, but that you have no idea how little that narrows it down.
I imagine
Exactly.
it narrows it down very, very little.
Okay, so did they have any markings? Is there any way of knowing if they had markings on them in the meantime between the organ and the corpse finding?
I have no
Has there
idea.
been any Has there been any consistency between the victims? Like, have they all been human? Have they all been human, half-elf, tiefling, or is it just
Are they
been
all
a mix of
male or female or?
It seems fairly random. They do predominantly seem to be male. Well, not male. Yeah, about 55% male, 45% female.
How sick did they start to get? Did their flesh begin to like bruise? Did it look like they were starting to decompose before they became corpses? Like,
They.
Like younger, older?
Uh, well, it really depends on your. They got more gaunt, like like their skin turned paler. Predominantly, the victims are mostly humans with a few elves thrown in, but
did they get bloated?
not that I could tell.
Okay.
Hmm. Well, team, we've got a mystery on our hands.
Why bloated?
Let's go back to the mystery machine.
Uh,
Ruh-roh.
No, we can't have a row because you let the puppy go.
Big rip.
Oh.
Big ripperoo.
Dang it, Corvus.
Well, if you have any ideas, well, just come and let me know, and well, keep an eye out, because, like I said, in about 4 days is when the next corpse is due.
Have you noticed anyone looking a little worse around the gills?
I mean, there's a few, but we're keeping an eye on them.
Has the captain been looking all right?
The captain has been, aside from stress, he has been looking all right.
Okay, then I'll
Okay.
the captain as a victim.
Well, for now. Alright, I have ideas. Probably.
My
Yeah, I
idea
know.
too of what we can do. I think we should maybe scout around, see if we can find any more like
Might
alleys
be.
that haven't been used yet.
Okay.
We
and
should
look around
definitely
people.
do that, but maybe it'd be better to do that in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll leave you be. I'm going to return to my regular patrols.
Is there any way you could give us a map of all the alleys that have been used for the
Yes.
Oregon
yes.
spaghetti?
That is a horribly disrespectful way to describe it, but yes, I can have a map sent to you at the end.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Spaghetti.
All
Uh,
right. And he starts heading out of the monastery to go resume his patrols.
cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
We've got a mystery.
We do.
Let's split up, gang.
Wait, does that make you Fred? Are you super into traps?
Do you say treasure?
Buried treasure.
So y'all
I
are
think
gonna.
we should go back and get some sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you head to the inn, it being past midnight at this point, actually considering all the walking y'all did, it's probably around like 2 or 3 in the morning. Y'all head back to the inn, and you make your way to your respective rooms. You lay down, rest your head. I think that's where we're gonna end it for the session. I know.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
I know it's a bit shorter, but
That's fine.
A bit of a shorter one.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
actually
We-
do
we
full
get a long rest
investigation
then?
next time.
Yeah, you're gonna get a long rest.
Okay.
Yay! I can actually recover all this health and all the.
The whole time I have been somewhat impatiently waiting. on a delivery. I'm getting a new chair in the mail.
Oh, nice. But yeah, we'll pick up
Here,
next
man.
session. I know it was a bit of a shorter one, but we're also missing one of our players who will be back in the next session.
And
So,
the necromancer would actually be pretty useful in investigating the bodies.
yes.
So,
So, yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thanks to everybody who watches on YouTube. Definitely check out some of the other videos like Chalkvy's campaign. We recently delved into a...
recently is a strong word. You guys have now spent half of the game fighting vampires.
No, it's only been 2 sessions. But yes, we are in
It's
a vampire's
been 4
den.
sessions.
No, it's been 2.
Including the one. No, it was.
I'm not
2
counting the
sessions and
recruitment.
The one, okay, so 3
Oh.
sessions.
Either way, definitely check out Realm of Zowo,
Yes.
and
The woo.
and also check out some of the other videos, such as my Prince of Persia: Sands of Time playthrough, or my boyfriend's brand new Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Let's Play. And with all that out of the way, if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. And leave a comment if you like it. Leave what you think is going on in this murder mystery. And with that, we'll see you next time.
If you liked this D&D session, be sure to drop a like.
Yeah, and share
Comment,
it with your friends.
Subscribe.
Tell your friends to watch it, or else.
Ring that bell.
Yes. So with that out of the way,
Like, comment, and survive.
yes, like, comment, and survive. All right. So good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everybody.
Goodbye.